Hey everyone, welcome back to Branded. Today's episode, we're going to call it the confidence gap. Basically, what we're going to be talking about is why really brilliant business owners and founders stay small. So, this is like something that quietly will hold you back. And this so called confidence gap, that's what we're going to call it today, before you start rolling your eyes and thinking, like, okay, another conversation about confidence, like, whatever. No, that's not what today's episode is all about. It's not about fake it till you make it. This one is about clarity, self trust, and how your brand identity either shrinks you or encourages you to step the fuck up. Most brilliant business owners, they're not struggling because of a lack of talent, skill, or even opportunity. Most of them are struggling because they don't fully believe in their own business. It's crazy, right? And this is one of those truths that like stings a little bit, but trust me, you're not alone in it. I've been there too. And quite honestly, every time I up level, I sort of find myself back in that place where I'm playing small and I have to gain a little bit more clarity, gain a little bit more self trust in order to be able to step into that new up level. So, having that lack of belief in your own business, it will literally show up everywhere. You will start second guessing what you are posting on social media. You will hesitate to raise your prices. You'll like start to just really stay in what feels safe versus being seen. So, here's what this might look like. Here's a little bit of an example for you. So, a little while back, I was working with a client and she had really incredible ideas, had a really great service, and already had clients that loved her. But every time that she would talk about her business, she would downplay it, like every single time. And she would downplay it as if it was like, oh, it's just a little side gig, it was just a little side job. She was charging way below what her value was, right? And she was like cringing every time she had to post something on Instagram or wherever, right? Wherever you like to be. Why is she doing this, right? Why? Well, most likely it's because her branding was all over the place, right? Her messaging didn't really truly reflect her brilliance and the value that she brought. And worse than all of that, she didn't trust herself enough to show up consistently the way she knew she needed to. So we finally like tightened up her brand identity. We got really clear visuals. We got her messaging refined. We even got her website reflecting her true expertise, right? All of those things happen and it's like flipping a switch. All of a sudden, the lights come on. She's believing in her business because it's finally looking and sounding like the high level work that she actually does. Her confidence skyrocketed because of this. Also, what skyrocketed was her opportunities. Your confidence is directly related to the opportunities that you will see in front of you. And I've been there too, like early on in Social Jane, you know, it's really easy to fall into that. Oh, it's just good enough. It's good enough for right now, right? It's easy to fall into that little gap, right? Because it's safe. But here's the kicker: when your brand feels small, you're going to play small, period. That's just going to happen. And it wasn't until I was able to clarify my messaging on who I serve, how I help them, and why it even matters to them. Then I started showing up differently because that shift wasn't just in my brand. That shift was also in my own self trust and in my confidence in my business. Confidence isn't something that you're going to just like magically wake up with. It just doesn't happen. There might be some people out there that are like, oh, I just hop out of bed and I'm feeling really fucking good today. You know what? That confidence was built because they had other good days. It's the byproduct of having clarity of action and clarity of purpose and consistency. That's where your confidence is going to show up. So work to create that clarity consistently. And guess what? Confidence is going to start showing. When you know who you are, who you serve, and what you're about, that confidence is going to start just organically feeling so natural inside of you. And when your brand reflects that identity back at you, right, like a mirror, it is going to reinforce that belief that you're having every single day. So, this is why brand identity and messaging are so deeply connected to the self trust and the confidence that you have. Your brand identity, think of it this way, brand identity is going to create alignment and like visual credibility. Your messaging is going to clarify the voice that you have and make you like magnetic. And the self trust that you gain from all of this is going to give you the courage to actually show up. Isn't that crazy, right? So, when one of those pieces is missing, the whole thing kind of wobbles. Like, think of it as this like little tripod, right? You set it up. Well, if one of those legs is off, I mean, you're not feeling super confident in it, right? So, your brand identity, your messaging, and the self trust in all of it is so powerful. So, here's some like tangible things that you could do today if you wanted to really check in with yourself and amplify that sense of confidence and self trust and close the gap, right? Close that confidence gap right up because you're brilliant and you should be just as confident in your brand and your business as it looks on paper, right? So if you've been playing a little bit small, no judgment here, right? We all do it. It's scary to do something big and new. It's easy to stay comfortable. But if you've been playing a little bit small and you don't want to be anymore, here's some things that you could do today to really build like some real sustainable confidence in your brand. First, audit your wins. This is such a simple step. Even I forget to do this sometimes. Keep a running like list of your client results. Like, what are you getting for these people that are paying you to work with you? What are these client results? The testimonials, the personal milestones that maybe you're hitting in your business? Because what happens here is that evidence builds belief. It fuels your confidence. So audit your wins. Do this like quarterly at the very least. Reach out to your clients, ask for some testimonials if they're not already just giving them to you. My issue is that I get sort of testimonial style conversations with my clients, but it happens every single day that I forget to put it in one place, track it, and like then put it on my website. It just lives in my text messages, which doesn't do future clients any good, right? They need to learn and see what it's like to work with me. So I need to be better about that. But auditing your wins, oh man, so huge if you are having a little bit of a confidence issue and you're playing small, because this is one of the fastest ways that you can see on paper, like, holy shit, I'm doing amazing work. The second thing you should do is refine your core message. If you don't really know who you are, who you help, and why it matters, you're not going to feel confident when someone asks you in line at the grocery store, hey, what do you do? You're going to be like, I'm a coach and I help people do, like, no, you need to know exactly what you're doing, because when you're trying to say everything, oh, I do this and this and this and this and this and this, and you can't really nail it down into a clear message, your audience is just going to be like, I'm not really sure what they do. Get a super clear message, nail it down, and put it everywhere. Like my bio on all of my socials now and what I tell people I do, I help you create alignment and ease in your brand by having websites that reflect your vision and systems that help you work smarter. Those are the things that I do. Yes, there are other things, sort of, pockets of things that happen in between all of that, but it's very client specific. So if someone's going to ask me, what do you do? I help people design websites that reflect their vision and set up systems that help them save time. Boom. They get alignment and they get ease. Those are the results that they get. So refine your core message. And the third thing you could do to really boost your confidence today is like align your brand identity. Ask yourself, does my logo, does my website, does my content, does it reflect the level of work that I am actually doing? Now, this is a big one because those things can get really out of date, right? Your logo, your website, your content can get really out of date because you get so busy in your business that you forget to keep it relevant. So that's why this can be an instant confidence booster for you, is just by going into your brand identity and giving it a little bit of like a refinement, just a quick little breath of fresh air, you know? So, you know, tighten it up a little bit. The external visual, the external feeling that your brand has, it should match the internal confidence that you have. And if it doesn't, why not? Right? Have that conversation. Don't be afraid to have that conversation with yourself. You don't have to be talking to anybody else, right? This is non-judgmental reflection on your own business. So if you've been shrinking yourself down in your own business, it happens. Trust me, I do it too. Just know that it's not because you're not talented enough. It's not because you're not experienced enough. It's likely because you don't fully trust the brand and the business that you are building. And that's okay. Sometimes it takes time, right? So close the gap. How do we do this? Close the gap through gaining more clarity. Close the gap through consistent messaging. Close the gap through that really aligned identity. And honestly, you'll watch like your confidence will just skyrocket all of a sudden because you have this really you have this path forward that you can actually see. It's not like walking up to a field that, the grass is 6 feet high, there's no path, you don't know really where you're going. It's not that. You see the path ahead and you're like, okay, I maybe don't know exactly where it's headed yet because I can't see the end of the path, but I see one because I've made it. So if this episode hit home for you, I want you to think about what's one small action that you could take today where you might be playing small. And this could be, maybe it's your pricing. Maybe you've been thinking about raising your prices for 6 months and people keep telling you, oh my gosh, you're worth so much more than this. Oh, I would have paid you $10,000 for this, but maybe you're only charging 1,000, right? So maybe it's your pricing. Maybe you do a little bit of an upgrade on it. Start with your lowest ticket item, add $10 to it. I guarantee it's probably going to still sell, right? So maybe it's your pricing where you've been playing small. Maybe it's your visibility, right? Maybe you're not showing up consistently on social like you've promised yourself you would. Maybe it's in your branding where everything's just sort of outdated and doesn't really reflect the high level expertise that you actually have. You can take one small action today to, at the very least, reflect on that, right? And commit to leveling it up in the next 30 days. Commit that to yourself, right? Because it will in turn create the clarity, the self-trust, and the confidence so you don't play small anymore. Thanks so much for tuning into Branded. I'm Sarah. I'll see you guys next week for a whole new episode. And hopefully you're loving this new setting before it gets too chilly outside. I'm hoping to do as many episodes outdoors as possible because, come on. I hope y'all have a great day. I'll see you next week. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to Branded, the podcast. Please rate and review. And for more information, visit socialjanemedia.com. I'll see you soon.